Hello everyone, this is Alok and you're watching Alok Sir Which Kids channel on YouTube. This is especially for students or aspirants who prepare for different examinations, especially public civil services. Now, I wish all the aspirants of 67th BPSC preliminary examinations the best to be conducted on 30th of this month after a long wait. Yes, this was to be conducted in the month of September 20 or 21st. Now this is postponed to 30th. We have only 5 or 6 days in our hand. Now I wish you all the best again for your examination. You exert all your efforts to crack this PT examinations, and then you get ready and just invest all your energy to prepare for the mains examinations because we have very less time between the PD and mains examinations. So now I give you some international news. This is very important for examination point of view. Now I start with China. China, with the area 9.3 million kilometers square, it has fourth position. Means China is the fourth largest country in the world after Russia, Canada, and United States of America. In books, there is some controversy. In somewhere, China is positioned third. This is the third largest country in the world. Somewhere, this is the fourth largest country in the world. I have searched in Google and what I found is China is actually the fourth largest country in the world. There's a difference in area. United States of America has 9.5 or 6 million kilometers square area, whereas China has 9.3 million kilometers square. So China is actually the fourth largest country in the world. Now, why is China in news? There are two reasons. The first reason is, WRC. WRC, that is a World Robot Conference. This was held in Beijing, China. More than 500 technically advanced robots were exhibited by 103 robot manufacturing companies. And you must be glad to know this, that one of them was able to do even surgery. And this was held in Beijing, China. And there is one more reason that China is in news, that China's spy ship, that is a Yuan Wang 5, positioned Hambantota port, that is in South Sri Lanka. When India knew this, the government of India made a very strong objection to this. And Bangladesh succumbed to this objection. And finally, the captain of the ship had to position to its original position, that is China. For two reasons. The first reason was WRC, that is the World Robot Conference, was held in Beijing, China. And the second is for the spy ship, that is the Yuan Wang 5, positioned at Hambantota port of South Sri Lanka. India made objection and finally went to home. Yes. Now, China. There is one more reason. China, there is a very controversial relation between India and China in our LOC and all. You saw what happened in the Doklam area. You saw what happened in Galwan areas. You know everything else now. Yeah. Well, now, one more good news is that about Israel. Why is Israel in news? Israel in news because, the scientists of Israel made a wonderful invention in his laboratory, that is developed an embryo from stem cells. Generally, what happens naturally? Naturally, when an egg fertilized with a sperm, an embryo is developed. But scientists made a miracle in the laboratory. And this experiment was done in a mouse. An embryo was developed from stem cells. Yes. And now the new Kenya is also in news. Kenya is one of the African countries where election was held and newly elected president is William Ruto. And one more mournful news is that the very famous British writer and novelist Nicholas Evans died recently, who was very famous in the field of writing, especially in novel. And he got this fame from his book, The Horse Whisperer, which was published in the year 1995, and more than 15 million books were sold. And some more important and famous novels are The Loop, The Divided, The Brave, and The Smoke Jumper. And now, some important exercises were also held. That is a very important bilateral exercise between India and America was held in Himachal Pradesh, Buffalo. And the last year, this exercise was held in Washington in America. Alternatively, venue is changed. And this was named, which. And now, one more important exercise is held in Haryana, that is in Chandani Mandir. This is between India and Vietnam. This is Wenbacks. Royal Australian Air Force also held exercises with India and with some other countries named Pitchback. And Russia in Moscow. An important exercises held with India and with some other countries named Vostok East, where Vladimir Putin also attains and just gave encourage to all the soldiers to give this exercise at an exemplary positions. Now, I must tell you about that ABU, that is Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union. ABU, that is the Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, held a contest in New Delhi, India, that is Asia Pacific Robot Contest in India. And you must be knowing about UN, United Nations Security Council, CMC, that is what? Or CTC, that is Counter Terrorism Councils. A special meeting is to be held in New Delhi and in Mumbai. That is a United Nations CTC, Securities Councils, Counter-Terrorism Committees. A special meeting is to be held on 29th of October in New Delhi and in New Mumbai. And now this is a UNMOGIP. What is this? This is a United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan. A new head is appointed, and he is Guillermo Pablo Rios. He is from Argentina, and Argentina is the second largest country of South America, which is very famous for meat production and exporting. With this news, I end it here. I must see you again with some important news for the competitive point of view. For that, thank you.